Ooh, did everybody hear that? This meeting is being recorded. Is that?
Uh-huh.
All right, that's a new thing. I haven't had that in my ear before. So, all right, well, good morning. Welcome. Glad you're here. Let's find a comfortable seat and we'll just start centering ourselves and coming into breath work. So, as you find that comfy seat, let's let the hips ground down into your mat or into the floor. You can rest your hands on your shins, roll your shoulders back and down, and gently lift the crown of your head. Close your eyes down. And let's just let the breath begin to come in through the nose as it fills the chest and the ribs. Take it down to your belly so your belly pulls away from the spine and pause. And then bring the breath back in, belly comes back in, trace it back up and exhale. So find a couple of those nice, slow, grounding breaths. Today, for some Monday morning energy, we'll work with the Ganesh mantra of Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. I know that's a mouthful, but that's with the deity Ganesh, the elephant with the extra arms, and Ganesh is there as our obstacle remover. And so we'll chant a little, I'll chant some of the Ganesh mantra today and to just help remove any obstacles as you start a new week. So you can, settle in and let's, we'll do that mantra towards the end of class. We'll chant that. So thinking about just starting a new week and removing any obstacles. Let's do a cobra and a basket. So begin taking some movement here. You can go in a clockwise direction. Beginning to link breath and movement. Exhaling as you come forward. Inhaling as you round back. And then let's reverse the direction of that. And then begin to take yourself back up to stillness. We'll work on the neck some, bringing the chin down towards the chest. And then just tracing from side to side. Nice big smile across your chest. Come back to stillness and lift the head. And then let's look up at the ceiling. And then inhale forward, chest comes down. So back and forth with that. Chin towards chest. And then looking up at the ceiling. And down and up. And then let's take left ear to left shoulder, chin to center, right ear to right shoulder, and doing some neck circles. And then reverse our direction. And find your way back up to center. Right ear over to right shoulder, left fingertips out, right hand up. And take a breath here, taking the chin in towards the shoulder. And then we'll come up to center, left ear to left shoulder, right fingertips down. And rotate the chin in towards the shoulder. And back up to center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Let's rotate right. Let the arms float down. Gaze over our back shoulder as we flip our right palm up and sweep up and across. Getting that really nice side body stretch. Exhale, release that down. Hands on both sides. Inhale, sweep up. Rotate left. Float arms down. Gaze over the back. Flip the left palm. Sweep it up and across the body. And release that. Hands on either side as we inhale, scoop. Exhale, forward fold onto fingertips. Walk the hands forward. Keep the sits bones rooted. And that nice stretch in your lower back. Breathing here. And then slowly walk yourself up. Let's make our way onto our mat, all fours. So you can pad your knees if you like. And we'll begin with some cat-cows. Inhale as you look up at the ceiling. And then exhale as you round your back into cat. Take a few of those on your own. Last one, wherever you are. With this last one, sit your hips all the way back for the closed leg child's pose. Forehead reaching down towards the mat. Palms of the hands, all four corners of the palms are active. So you can feel that all the way through your armpits as you set your fingertips down. Really feel that nice full body stretch. And let's lift up onto our knees, curl our toes under. And we'll take our hands back at our ankles and we're going to bring our forehead down to the mat. So we're holding onto our ankles, our hips are slightly lifted, forehead is resting onto the mat. And as you begin to lift your hips up towards the ceiling, you'll roll onto the top of your head. So rabbit pose. So the pressure is on the corner or the crown of your head. Your arms are lengthened and reaching back at your ankles. Hips are lifted. Just take a couple slow breaths here. And begin to sit back, uncurl the toes, and let's bring our hands back and find our way into tabletop again. Nice, we'll rock the hips side to side, dropping left, looking right, and then the opposite, drop right, look left. And do that one more time on each side. Just waking up the hips this morning. And then come back to center, placing our right hand underneath our heart. Sweep the left fingertips towards the ceiling, rotating the wrist in one direction and then the other. And then as you're ready, threading the needle, our left shoulder comes down towards the mat. Extend the left fingertips, right hand is kickstanded. Take a nice slow breath here. You can stay with the arm there or you can take a bind. Take one more nice slow breath. And then as you're ready, come out of your bind. We'll push into our right palm as the left fingertips come back up to the ceiling. And then left hand comes underneath the heart. We'll sweep the right fingertips up. Let's rotate one direction and then the other. Inhale, lengthen. And on your exhale, thread it through. Right shoulder comes down on the mat. Left hand in the kickstand or a bind. And breathe. Come out of the bind if you're in one, putting your pressure into your left hand as we sweep the right fingertips back up to the ceiling and back down we go. Nice. Going into our side plank, we'll first take our right leg back behind us on the ball of the foot and pushing our energy out through our heel. So really being conscious of the stretch of your calf, energy out through your heel. If you'd like to back out of that and pulse into it a couple of times, you can. And then as you're ready, let's take the right foot and put it on the nice edge, planting into our left hand, getting your balance as you take your fingertips up to the ceiling. And then you can engage your core and lift your right leg, even with your hips, opening up your chest. Toes are flexed and active. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down, bring the right hand back down. Let's do that on the opposite side. Our left foot extends. We're on the ball of the foot, pushing the energy out through our heel. Just breathing while you stretch out your calf. Holding or pulsing, your choice. Coming onto the edge of the foot, planting into the right hand, left fingertips sweep up to the ceiling. When you feel like you've got your balance, lift your left leg, engaging your core, flexing the left foot. And we'll hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that down. And hand comes back down, back to our cat-cow. Inhale up. Exhale round. One more. Inhale up. Exhale round. And then back to stillness. Taking our right leg long behind us, toes pointing down, hip is level as we extend the left arm, thumb pointing up. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, knee to nose. 4 more. Last one. And bring that leg all the way forward. Planting the left hand, sweep the right fingertips up. Nice opening this morning. Right hand comes down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, back to cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open right to a twist. Into our T. Right hand floats back up and both arms float down. Crescent lunge. We'll first start with the lunge as we curl the left toes under, straightening that leg and finding our lunge first. And then as you feel steady in your base, bring your hands up to your thighs, shoulders back and down, and then lift your fingertips up towards the ceiling in the full extension of crescent. Fingertips to touch, hands to heart. Bowing forward and hinging as we twist right. Beautiful stretch this morning. Back to center, back to our low lunge. Left knee sets down and right comes to meet it. 2 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale up. Exhale round. And back to center. Left leg extends, hips are level, right arm, thumb up. Inhale, lengthen, exhale in. 4 more. Last one. Bring the leg forward. Right hand plants, left fingertips reach up. And left hand down. Inhale, both arms overhead. Exhale, open to cactus. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open left. Left hand down and back up. Both arms float, coming into a low lunge. Curl the right toes under and lengthen the back leg. Feel sturdy in your low lunge as we come up with Hands on the thighs, shoulders back and down for crescent, full expression as we extend up our fingertips. Fingertips to touch, hands to the heart. Bow forward, twist left. Really extend the energy out through your back heel. Back to center. Hands come to the mat, right knee down and left knee down. Wide leg child's pose, knees are wide, big toes to touch. Forehead to the mat, extend out the palms long, reaching with the fingertips. Take a couple nice, long, slow breaths here. And then we'll begin to lift the hips, to curl the toes, and take ourselves up into downward facing dog. Bending one knee, straightening the other, pedaling it out. And then let's walk our feet to the front of our mat, meeting in a standing forward fold. Hands on the shins, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more. And down. Micro bend the knees, hands on either side, a reverse swan dive all the way back up. Slight back bend, fingertips to touch, hands come down to the heart. We will head into a round on each side of our moon salutation. So get yourself set up where your feet are lined up underneath your hips, shoulders back and down, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale through heart center and forward fold. Lowering down your hips so that you're in a squat, hands at the heart. Pausing here. Set the hands down, step the left knee back. Arms up overhead. Sweep the arms down and back up. Right knee joins. Slight back bend. Float down to child's pose. Inhale through to low cobra. Curl the toes. Push yourself back to child's pose. Up on both knees, arms overhead. Inhale. Left foot forward, sweep down and back up. Step the right leg forward back into your squat, hands at the heart. Inhale here. Lift your hips, exhale, forward fold. Hands up through the heart center as we rise into a back bend. And then hands come back to the heart. Close your eyes, just pause and breathe. Feel the effects of your practice. Let's do the other side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale through the heart and fold. Lowering the hips, coming into squat, hands at heart center. Set the hands down, step the right leg back. Arms up overhead. Sweep the arms down and back up. Left leg joins. Slight back bend. Float down into child's pose. Come forward onto your belly, tops of the feet into the mat, pushing up into low cobra. Curling the toes, pushing back, child's pose. Inhale up, arms overhead. Right knee forward, sweep down and back up. Curl the left toes, step forward into squat. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips, forward fold. Hands up through heart center, slight back bend. Hands back to center. And then let your hands come down, roll the shoulders back and down, rotate the pinkies forward. Crown of the head is lifted. You can close the eyes, mountain pose. Tadasana. So just be here a moment. Feel the effects of your moon salutation as we invite in the removing of obstacles with Om Gam Ganapatahe Namaha. You can float open your eyes. We'll go into Warrior One. So we're going to step back with our right foot. And as you find your Warrior One, right foot is about at a 45-degree angle. Legs are not super wide. They're a little bit more closed off than when we do Warrior Two. Front knee is bent, knee stacked over ankle. And then think about your hips. You want to rotate them towards the front of your mat. This is a closed leg posture. When you've got your base set up, take your arms up over your head. Shoulders are back and down. Full expression of Warrior One. Then let's bring our palms together, interlace our hands, but leave our pointer finger extended. Inhale here, and on an exhale, we'll begin hinging forward, bending and bringing the pointer down towards, reaching towards the floor, tucking the outside of the left arm on the inside of the left knee, bowing your head. So finding your way into humble warrior. And then as you're ready, use your core strength, inhale yourself back up, arms overhead. And then we're going to release the hands and bring the heels of the hands behind us, clasping the hands. And then slide the knuckles down your tailbone as your shoulders go back and down and gaze goes up at the ceiling to a reverse Warrior One. And then release the arms. Straighten the front leg, and let's bring our arms back overhead. And then as we'll inhale here, and on our exhale, bending into the front leg, arms come behind us. So inhale up, exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale, release. Lovely. Straighten the front leg and step the right leg forward. You can wiggle that out. And let's do that on the opposite side. So feet are hips width apart. We're stepping back our left foot, setting up Warrior One on this side. Left leg is in, or left foot's in a 45-degree angle. Hips are facing front. Fingertips extend up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Let's bring our hands together, make the steeple. As we exhale, hinging forward, bringing our pointer all the way down towards the ground, outside of the right shoulder on the inside of that knee. Beautiful. As you're ready, with strength, bring that back up, release the hands, and bring them behind you, heels of the hands together, clasp the fingers, slide the knuckles down the tailbone as you open up your shoulders and look up. Reversing your warrior. And then let your hands go and take them above your head. Straighten the front leg and bring the arms behind you. On an inhale, arms sweep up, knee bends. Exhale, straighten the leg and arms come behind. One more, inhale up. And exhale back. Lovely, and then step yourself forward. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then begin to lower your hips. We're going to come all the way down onto our mats. So extend out our arms and lower ourselves all the way down. Going into figure four as we bring our left flat foot a little closer to our hips so we can cross the right leg over. If you like to just put some pressure on that thigh and stay right here and kind of push out with your right hand, you can do that. If you want to lift the leg up and take your interlaced hands around your left thigh, go for it. Let's have both feet flexed and active. Yogi's choice of stillness or rocking. Going into the figure four to just loosen up the hips some. They might be a little bit tight. We've done a lot of closed leg work today versus getting too deep into our hips. Wherever you are, we'll come back to stillness. Let's set that foot down, uncross the legs, and set it up on the opposite side. And find your figure four by lifting your right foot. Again, checking that both are flexed. And stillness or rocking. Breathing into opening up the left hip. And come back to stillness. We'll uncross the legs, take the feet a little bit wider than the mat and let the knees come in towards the center. Drop the legs over to the right. Back to center and drop them left. Yogi's choice of any last movements that would feel good, a little bit more windshield or windshield wiper or happy baby or whatever is calling for you. And after you've finished your last movements, you can tuck your knees in towards your chest. Maybe even bring your forehead up off the mat to meet your knees, tight ball. And then release yourself down into Shavasana. Hands on either side with the palms facing up. And let the ankles fall out to the sides. Open your mouth wide and release any tension in your jaw. Release that. On your next exhale, begin to soften through your collarbones and your ribs, your chest, your belly. Softening the shoulders, elbows, wrists, palms of the hands and fingertips. Let your hips sink in. Let your thighs relax. Backs of your knees, calves, ankles, soles of the feet and toes. And as we lay here, invite in your mind an obstacle that you see in your week. Maybe it's a habit change you're working on. Maybe it's a difficult project. Maybe it's health related. Whatever it is in your life, let's invite in the removal of obstacles to help you reach a goal, to help you cope, to help you meet whatever that obstacle is with greater ease. And so while you lie here, I'll chant the mantra 3 times for Ganesh and the removing of obstacles. Om Gam Ganapatehe Namah. Om Gam Ganapatehe Namah. Om Gam Ganapatehe Namah. Nice breath in and a full exhale. Inviting in that ease as you begin to dust the fingertips with your thumbs and wiggle your toes. Let's take our arms up overhead and stretch long, reaching with one side and then the other. And as you're ready, rolling onto one side and beginning to bring yourself back to our closing space where we'll do a cleansing breath and an Om and 3 Shanti. So cleansing breath first. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale to chant. Om. Shanti. there be peace in our hearts, peace in our words, peace in our thoughts. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste.